Hello, Internet denizens. Well, the Apple September event rollout thingy for the iPhone and the new Apple Watch has passed, and already we've had a rush of Apple pundits rushing out their reviews and thoughts and ideas about this event just to catch the YouTube monetization wave. Well, I don't work that way. No, you need a tech channel with integrity to analyze the event properly. But you're here instead. Welcome back. Let me tell you why the most recent event sucked. It wasn't because of the rollout of these innovative products and the new chips and the amazing things that these devices can now do. No, it's because the presentation was too long. Yes, Apple has now got a problem. They are equating the length of their presentations with the innovation of their products. They figure the longer the presentation, that the more innovation they are presenting. It doesn't work that way. When I'm on the toilet taking a big long crap, my wife will yell at me, "Paul, are you okay?" Well, Apple, are you okay? If you took Apple's last few recent presentations and cut them down to just 45 minutes or so, well, I think we would all better appreciate that these incremental changes that Apple is applying across all its hardware and systems and things like that, well, that is innovation. It's very difficult to do on that scale. Maybe there is no more one more thing left. These were a pretty good set of updates, but the show was almost 2 hours long. Maybe Apple is stuck on Steve Jobs' time. I don't know how long his presentations were, but this one felt like a bug-infested slog through a pig shit tailing pond. Anyways, let's get on with the Apple event recap. Okay, we've got the mandatory shot of people filing in. The lights are dimmed, and then we got a glimpse of the Apple shark, whose deadly bite empties customers' wallets of all cash. Oh, and then we got the now obligatory, extremely clever Apple opening video. And this one started with a Mission Impossible or Incredibles music. I can't remember. So what are we in for? Someone running with a briefcase. Oh, this is big. They're running through the atrium. Close-up of ethnically appropriate actor with Apple earbuds. Yes, running on top of lunch tables. Well, that couldn't be sanitary. A bit of briefcase jeopardy. Will she get it back? Yes, of course. Oh no, she can't get backstage. What is she going to do? It's Kevin Lynch, Apple Vice President of Technology. He transports in and lets her in just in time. Wow. Oh boy, Tim Cook looks pissed. But wait, he opens the briefcase and it's there. The punchline is in the briefcase. An agency video that probably cost more than the net worth of Mauritania. It's Tim's clicker. Oh, I'm hurting. Oh, that is desperately funny. The courier is left behind breathing heavily. And does Tim give her a tip? Maybe a $25 iTunes card? No, nothing. Cheap bastard. Tim, okay, goes on stage to, big applause, demonstrating that the operation to remove his sweat glands was successful. Tim showed off his old man running shoes. He is really pushing the energy. Wow, way too chipper. It's clear he's concerned that there's not much to this presentation today. He's invoked a heartfelt image from the past. Now he's talking about the success of the Apple Store. This one has a car wash-like entrance to wash down filthy Apple customers. Great idea. Here, Tim visited Giant Land and had to watch out for the young giant girl. Oh, watch out, Tim! Tim announced proudly that 2 billion iOS devices had been sold. That's mostly in the US. 100 billion Android, the rest of the world. Oh, a video of people using iPhones. Can't remember what this video was about, but there's going to be a lot more boring videos. Oh, here's another person with a ring in their nose. Apple likes pictures of young people with body piercings. First up was the Apple Watch. Tim mentioned that it's the best-selling watch in the world, which is honestly an amazing achievement. Jeff Williams took the stage, another obligatory video featuring Apple Watch porn. Bigger screen, same-sized watch. You can actually use the Infinity Stone to capture your friends and family in your watch so they can't escape. Lots of health-related updates. More breathing options, splashy water effects. Oh, and this one is designed for medical marijuana users. Jeff showed some honestly cool things like the fall detector. They've studied how people fell down, forward, backwards. I would never have figured out that on my own. But will they detect me falling off my ladder? A link to my video in the description below. It will even call 911 if you fall and does not detect any movement for 3 months. I think they should change that timing window. The Apple Watch 4 can actually take a medically approved electrocardiogram. No more 95-year-old retired nurses with the shakes sent out by the insurance company to poke and prod you. Jeff also showed the new heartburn detector. If you eat at Hooters, this will go off automatically. Then the obligatory Johnny I video. That's number 3 if you're counting, folks. Not a lot of applause at the end of that. You know, I remember when people used to whoop every time Steve Jobs showed one of his videos. I guess those days are gone. Pricing starts at $400. Not bad. So no, another video of ethnically diverse young people. Okay, finally, the iPhone. Yep, the #1 selling smartphone in the world. Just barely. 98% customer satisfaction. I'll bet they didn't survey any iPhone 6 owners. Oh no, another video, number 5. Please, stop. Phil Schiller took the stage to talk iPhone. Clearly, he's not using any of the Apple Watch's fitness apps. But he will close his standing up ring during the presentation, I'm sure. He introduced the new iPhone XS. I don't get the use of this image. It makes the iPhone look like it's growing a cancerous boil. The new iPhone is IP68. That means it will withstand when I pee in the toilet and drop my phone in it. Now here's an interesting picture. The big joke is that the iPhone XS can withstand even beer splashing on it. But examine this photo. 99% of all the images and videos in this presentation will show a rainbow of youthful humanity, mostly devoid of older white males, which is totally cool, except when it comes down to the stupid beer joke. I don't see any multi-race Asian women with rings in their noses in it getting doused by beer. No, that's reserved for stupid white men. Will Schiller show off his nipple rings? I doubt it. Super Retina display, blah, 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 blah. Here the XS is compared with the 8 Plus. Oh, that's pretty cool. Here's the Max, and here it's compared against the 8 Plus also. Oh, look, the Max allows for multiple panel views, sort of like what Android had 5 years ago. Yes, it continues to support only Face ID. Most secure facial authentication ever in a smartphone. Isn't the most secure facial authentication just looking at your phone and then using the Touch ID to log in and pretend that you've got facial recognition? Isn't that most secure? Kian Drance, Senior Director of iPhone Marketing, came out. I think that was her name. I didn't quite hear what Schiller had said. But, oh no, she's being consumed by the cancerous boil. She went on to talk about more stuff we didn't care about, and then she introduced Todd Howard of Bethesda Games. The Todd Howard, Skyrim, Fallout. And there wasn't even a peep from the audience. Then I realized this is an Apple crowd. They don't game, they casual game. Todd showed an awesome demo of a new Elder Scrolls game for the iOS. The only reason I would get the new iPhone is because of this game. Whoa. Then there was a very cool basketball training app co-founded by fellow Canadian NBA MVP Steve Nash. Phil came back and talked about lenses and cameras. Oh, more pictures of young people not working for a living. Then Phil showed how you can decide on the amount of bokeh in a picture after the picture had been taken. This was insanely cool. I have to admit that this was a very, very cool technology demo. Everyone will be playing with this, I think. A real shot across the bow of the lazy camera makers whose electronics are a decade behind that of smartphones. If the camera companies want to survive, they'd better start putting this kind of technology into their cameras soon. Oh, for Christ's sakes, another video. Then Phil announced dual SIMs. Yeah, something European phones have had for a decade. Better late than never, I guess. Then Phil introduced the iPhone XR, the iPhone X for the rest of us. And it's cheaper because it has a single camera and a really crappy LCD resolution compared to any Android phone out there. Well, thank you very much for that. Oh, but it has lots of colors. That's fantastic. Thank you, Phil. He talked about battery life. 10 hours more than the iPhone 6. Oh, another Johnny iVideo. Dear Lord, make it stop. Finally, pricing. The XS starts at $1,000 for the 64 gig model. The Max starts at $1,100, and the XR will start at $750, all US dollars. Oh, and let's not forget, Apple is going to be removing the earphone connector jack, and that's available for all of you out there now for a cool $9. Tim came back and talked about the HomePod. No one cared. Oh, and finally, the release version of Mojave for the Mac will be coming out around the end of September, and that will be great for all you Hackintosh fans out there. Well, that's it for my wrap-up of the Apple September event. Till next time, Internet denizens, so long.